Hello pen people, it's JK Pens. I'm back with another pen video, and this is the second pen that I got for Christmas. This one was a splurge to myself, or rather from Santa, of course. It's a Taccia. Taccia is I think a relatively new brand. I don't know a lot about it. I'm sure you can research it online if you're curious. It's Japanese. And let's just go ahead and take a look at what this pen could be. It comes in this nice, almost like balsa wood box. It's in a pen kimono. Some stuff. This pen I purchased from Dan Smith, the Nib Smith, and it has a custom grind, which we'll get to in just a moment. Okay. It comes in this, nifty, really nice pen kimono. I don't know how often I'll use this, but it's certainly a nice option to have for toting the pen in lieu of like a leather pen sleeve. It's a funny detail. It's made in Kyoto, and it's authentic polyester, but it is still nice. It has a nice soft kind of microfiber or suede-ish lining to keep the pen smooth. So that's actually pretty nice. So this is the pen. This is the Taccia Kaku-Tate model. It is a faceted pen, 12-sided. This particular one is in the aquarium finish, which is an Ao Tamanori, or blue, in this case kind of blue-green urushi finish. And this is the wide stripe version. The wide stripe has more of the under color showing. And it also has an urushied clip. On the narrow stripe or thin stripe, the clips are gold tone, and there's less of the underlying color. And these come in a variety of different urushi colors. It's a limited edition of 100 in each finish. So I got, of the aquarium wide stripe, I got 24 of 100. Really just, I know there's no way I can communicate the feel to you on this video, but it's just a really smooth, wonderful, warm urushi finish. If you're familiar with that, you'll know what I mean. Interesting detail, the cap is actually slightly spring-loaded. You can see there. So it gives it a very positive closure, and I assume that there must be something going on inside there that does that helps with keeping the ink from drying out. The base of the pen is ebonite. You can see that there, and of course you can't smell it, but it does have that ebonite smell. Not too strong. So this is the let's get it in frame. This is the nib. The nib is a sailor-made hard medium engraved with Taccia's logo and name, and it's a duotone nib, so it's gold on the outside and then rhodium plated on the inside, and it's 14 karat gold. So it's basically the same nib that you would find in sailor pens, such as, so this is a sailor 1911 nib, and so you can see they are more or less the same nib, just with different finish and engraving. Okay. All right. Now, as I mentioned, this nib has a custom grind, so if we can get this to focus, and I'm shooting in daylight, which I haven't done before. And it's mostly cool, although there's some glare actually off the screen, so I'm having a little trouble with the video monitoring. But you can see that it has that chisel tip, and it's kind of pointy there. And, Dan does just amazing nib work. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of paper, and we'll do a little writing sample so you can see with this how this pen writes with this nib. So this is the Taccia. So this is a cursive italic, which means that it does have corners. So if I do this, it will scrape the paper, but it's more forgiving than a formal italic. This is the Taccia Kaku-Tate. It definitely forces me to slow down my writing, which is probably a good thing because I tend to write fast and sloppy a lot. And this is the, it also encourages me to use a lighter touch, which is also good because I tend to push the nibs into the paper probably more than is necessary. Aquarium white stripe. And as I mentioned, this is a Sailor hard medium nib. Ground 2. Now, see, I'm speeding up and getting sloppy. Cursive italic by Dan Smith. Just to give you, you can see the line variation there pretty well, but just to give you a little bit more sense, let's do some curly cues here. I'm applying no pressure at all. Oh, being attacked by a cat just out of frame here. He likes it when I shoot videos. That's a good time to come bug Dad. Yeah, so very, very strong line variation, you know, and unlike the common factory stubs, which are, you know, around the 1.1 and up range, this one has a, I would say, sort of a more usable narrow, because I started with, I had him start with a medium nib, so it's more usably narrow for normal writing. So anyways, oh, that's a fancy ampersand I did there by accident. A few extra spirals. So that's the pen. It's just lovely. I don't know if you can see the, you know, the underlying blue color coming out there, around here. Apparently it takes the artisans just months to get each of these to be totally amazing like this. So, you know, I really appreciate that I had the resources to purchase this pen. I appreciate Dan for grinding it to, you know, well, first of all, I think I got this on Black Friday with a discount, so I appreciate Dan making that available. And then I also just appreciate the artisan. You know, each artisan takes the time to put their name and chop on here. I mean, it's just, I don't know, this pen just has such a feeling of connection that a typical sort of just, you know, factory cranked out pen like a TWSBI or a Lamy doesn't really have. I feel like, you know, with a pen like this, you're really getting to connect with through the pen with people who are passionate about the art of pens and pen making. Anyways, so that is it. I hope you have found this video interesting and enjoyable, and I wish you all the best this holiday season. We're almost to the new year of 2020. Pretty exciting. Thank you. Bye-bye.